I want to take you back to 2005. The Xbox 360 just came out. It's great, it's awesome, it's looking sweet, and with it comes the Xbox Game Store. I think for a bit, actually I know for a bit at least, that it was called the Xbox Live Marketplace, and I think for a while it was even referred to as the Xbox Live Arcade. It's kind of confusing. It kind of went under a lot of different names. Yeah, I just have great memories of, well, it sounds odd, but the Xbox Store, you know, the Xbox online store in the 360 days. I mean, it was really cool. Kind of, to me anyway, it introduced the whole concept of buying games online, buying games digitally. Well, in case that took you to a happy place, I want to just rip that joy right out of you, because Microsoft just announced that the Xbox 360 version of the Xbox Store will conclude its operations. Microsoft is shutting down the Xbox 360 store, and that is set to take place next year. And a comprehensive analysis reveals that more than 220 digital Xbox 360 games will vanish from availability once that store is shut down. While players will retain the capability to re-download previously purchased titles for the foreseeable future, Microsoft's announcement confirms that after July 29, 2024, so we got about a year now, after that date, the acquisition of new games or DLC through the 360 store will no longer be viable. The cessation of this service encompasses the direct purchase of content via the Xbox 360 console and the Xbox 360 marketplace. And although a substantial number of these games can still be enjoyed through alternative methods, approximately 220 titles are at risk of permanent disappearance. So currently housing nearly 500 titles within the games on demand category, the Xbox 360 store will witness the discontinuation of this section, which features games that also have physical editions. However, selected games from this category will persist as digital purchases on the Xbox One and Xbox Series online stores, provided they are compatible with the Xbox's backward compatibility feature. Now, games that lack compatibility can still be experienced through their disc versions. Therefore, while these titles will lose one mode of accessibility, they are not entirely just, Thanos snapped into oblivion, just, disappeared. So the greatest jeopardy lies with digital-only games found in the Xbox Live Arcade section, where a lack of physical counterparts heightens their vulnerability. So in other words, some of these games might, for lack of better term, go extinct or run at a high price. Certain titles from this category will persist as purchasable items on the Xbox One and Xbox Series platforms if they are retroactively supported by these systems' backwards compatibility features. Nevertheless, not all of these titles possess such capability. Upon omitting games already compatible or removed from circulation, like I said, around 220 digital-only games are destined to vanish from circulation. Preferences may diverge as to which titles hold the greater significance, considering some are accessible on alternative systems, and some have superior versions on later hardware generations, as in, remakes and such, remasters, stuff like that. But nevertheless, it is arguable that game preservation should encompass all versions, all iterations of a game, without favoring any particular version. I actually did a video about a month ago about this report that came out that basically, I think it was like over 80% of pre-2005 or 2000 games, like classic games, over 80% of them are basically going extinct, again, for lack of better term, and so now we are kind of seeing the same thing here. The impending closure of the Xbox 360 store means that after July 29th of next year, these digital-only games will cease to be commercially available for purchase. And I was looking at all 220 of these games that are going to be completely, gone from the Xbox store, and, I have to say, I'm not necessarily shaking in my shoes over these. None of them really stand out. I don't even think I've really heard of any of these. What I'm saying is maybe a lot of these are kind of like fill-in games that really, didn't get much hype. I mean, so you're not getting, a big game. You're not getting, Halo 3 or, Call of Duty 4 or something that's just, disappearing. You're getting games, one of them is literally called The Dishwasher. I swear to God, I'm not kidding. This game is called The Dishwasher. All right, now I have to look it up. Oh my God. Okay, I stand corrected. This game actually looks really cool. I swear to God, I'm getting off track here, but I thought that it was actually a game about washing dishes. Looks like it's like a samurai game. Okay, so never mind. I was wrong about that game. But my point being, a lot of these games, to me anyway, like I just haven't really heard of any of them. Like I said, they kind of seem like filler games. I don't know, maybe Microsoft is making room on their store. Maybe not making room, I guess, but more getting rid of the, like, you know, bottom of the barrel games that, like, aren't popular at all. Games like Ping Pong Connect. Yeah, I don't think anybody in 2023 is playing any Connect game, let alone Ping Pong Connect. Or Yu-Gi-Oh! Millennium Duels. I don't think anybody's playing that game. You get my point. But at the same time, I am all for game preservation. So, you know, whether it is a really good game or a not as significant game, I'm not really for games just kind of, you know, going away or being harder to obtain. So I gotta say, you know, I'm not like, you know, jumping for joy over this news. But at least they are not that great of games, or so they seem. Now, that being said, if you'll excuse me, I might go and download The Dishwasher.